What's up, guys? It's your girl Em, and I'm back with another video for you today. And yesterday was Hot Mess Express. I mean, today I still look a little Hot Mess Express. It's okay. I have coffee here, iced coffee, pumpkin spice creamer, you know the deal. Poseidon is laying down next to me, and we're going to film the video that I was trying to film yesterday. And we're gonna hopefully get everything out that needs to be said, because honestly, yesterday was just such a mess. But we found out it's because of the eclipse, and we're not gonna take any personal accountability or responsibility for it. We're putting it all on the clips. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day, and we are going to talk about something a little bit more difficult. We're gonna talk about breakups and heartbreak and how to move on and how to get over it. Y'all know I'm in the thick of it. I probably am not the best person to ask, but you know what? Here we are. We're just gonna act like we know what we're talking about, which is pretty much what we already do on this channel. As we drink coffees the size of our heads. We just talk into the ether. Maybe people are listening, maybe people aren't, but we are just putting it all out there for better or for worse. Welcome to my channel. All right, so how to get over heartbreak. Really, I don't think there is a formula for it. I don't think there's an exact science to it. Everybody goes through breakups differently. Some people are able to just pick themselves up and move forward and carry on, and some people, the breakup destroys them for 2 to 3 years, and that's just how it goes. I've only been in 2 serious relationships, and honestly, my first one, while I think it was serious and it felt serious, it probably wasn't all that serious because it was that young puppy love. It was high school love. And then I've been in one like more grown-up relationship, and honestly, the hurt is the same. The hurt is the same. I haven't noticed any differences in that respect. Like, it's still painful. It still feels like your heart exploded, or like, you know, you're just like holding a grenade and it went off and you're just like blown to smithereens, and you're trying to figure out how you're ever going to put those pieces back together. Breakups are really hard. I saw a quote one time. It's from this movie called Drinking Buddies, and I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like, to you, your world is over and everything sucks and it's just this terrible thing. But to the rest of the world, it's just like a cliche. Oh, you got dumped. Oh, you're going through a breakup. Well, get over it. And it's like, no, my whole world is shaken. So you are allowed to feel any kind of way that you want to feel. Your feelings are totally valid, and keep on feeling them. Like, do not be upset that like and try to rush through it and go, oh, I just want to skip all of this. I want to get back to the way I used to be. You might not get back to the way you used to be. You're gonna hit a new normal. You're gonna pivot. You're gonna decide what you really want. You're going to learn to be stronger. You're gonna learn to have boundaries. You're gonna figure it all out, and things are gonna be different, because I think great love, or even if it's just like the perception that you had a great love, I think sometimes that experience changes you for the better or for worse. I think for women, sometimes it's a little bit different, because some of the times, I'm not saying all the time, because there are definitely moments where women are jilted. I mean, men can be jilted too. But I think a lot of the time with women, we already know the writing is kind of on the walls, and we will kind of begin to grieve the relationship before it's even officially over. And I think that's kind of what happened in my situation. And while I'm still hurt and sad, I think I realized that it wasn't going to get better and things weren't going to change, because that's not really how things work. Somebody will change when they want to change, and if they don't want to change, it's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter who you are, what you mean to somebody. If they don't want to change and if they don't want to do better, that you can't make them. So I think a lot of the time as women, we will kind of pre-grieve the relationship, but then we get into tricky situations where on down the road, we kind of start, even though we felt good at the end and we felt finally free and like we could breathe, sometimes the uncertainty of the future, sometimes that creeps in and we start to question, ourselves and go like, ooh, was it really the right decision? I'm telling you right now, it was the right decision. You have to just try to move forward your best. And healing doesn't happen in a straight line. That's a Casey Musgraves lyric. It's from the song Justified. And basically that's the thing. Healing doesn't happen in a straight line. So you're going to have a good day, you're going to have a bad day. It's just like regular life, but just your feelings and emotions are a little more amplified because you're going through something. So feel your feelings, feel your emotions, and understand that one day it will be okay. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not next month, but things will get better. And I think you just have to kind of ride that wave. The next thing I want to say is I think it's important to try to keep your mind occupied and try new things and meet new people. And I'm not saying go on dates per se. I mean, you can if you want, but I think just getting out of your comfort zone and doing things that feel good to you. In my situation, I think I've made decisions that I normally wouldn't have, but I wanted my partner, I wanted the person I was with to be happy, and so I would make decisions that weren't really true to what I wanted, but I wanted to keep peace, or I just wanted them to be happy, or for whatever reason, I wouldn't make decisions that I necessarily would want to make. Does that make sense? I think sometimes I would cater to their needs and their wants and their dreams instead of focusing on mine. So now I'm free to focus on myself and focus on what I want. And it feels good. It's a little bit scary because I'm having to learn how to re-trust my gut and just being more honest with myself about what I'm feeling and what I want. And it's a little nerve-wracking, but I am overall happy, I think. Some days I'm maybe not so happy, but I think you just kind of have to get out of your comfort zone and just try to live the life that you want to live that is authentic to you and you only. So try new things. Get out there. Try doing things that used to bring you, that you maybe don't do anymore, that used to bring you joy. Try that. Try new experiences and just try to get out of your head. And that's easier said than done because, this is like a steel cage. I keep myself locked in there. But we're trying to get out of our head and we're trying to move forward and just figure out what I want. And that goes into my next thing of focus on yourself. Just focus on you and what makes you happy and what you want. And stop settling for the crumbs. Go for the whole cake. Go for the whole cake. Who cares about the crumbs? Take the cake. All right? I sound like a bad inspirational movie or whatever, but I'm just saying, don't settle. Don't settle anymore. That's been my mantra. Don't settle. Keep moving forward. Sometimes you have to be a little cliche. Sometimes you have to be a little, you have to be a little corny to get through hard times. Sometimes you have to, be your own hype man, your own motivational poster. You have to just be a little bit cringy to get to the, to the next level. But also I think it is important, I have also here, have gratitude for what was. And realize that we are in each other's lives for reasons, and maybe it doesn't make sense to you right now, but it will down the road. And just be grateful for what you had, because whether it was good, bad, ugly, no matter what, you learned something. You learned something from that relationship. And maybe you didn't learn much, but you had to have learned at least one thing. And even if it's just, I learned my worth. I learned what I won't accept from other relationships. Sometimes, like me, you have to go through these things in order to realize what you truly want and what's unacceptable to you and what is okay. Sometimes we can get down on ourselves and be like, oh, I should have left earlier. I shouldn't have stayed so long. But you were learning a lesson. And now moving forward, you understand what you are willing to accept and what you aren't willing to accept. And learning to have, boundaries and just have a little bit of grace for yourself. Like, because we all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. I just want to say this about my beautiful granny, and her heartbreak was different because her husband, my grandpa, he passed away when my dad was very young. He died in a tragic car accident. And I used to always think growing up how sad and upsetting it was that my granny never remarried, or she never had another significant relationship after my grandpa passed away. And then I watched this movie called The Bridges of Madison County. If you've ever seen The Bridges of Madison County, that is the most, that whole movie. Like, when I first started watching it, I was like, there's no way this is gonna make me cry. There's no way. It's like, this isn't gonna. The whole last 45 minutes to an hour of that movie, tears, bawling my eyeballs out. The whole last part of the movie. So we can get into Bridges of Madison County another time, but let me tell you, that movie will make you cry like no other. I digress. With Bridges of Madison County, I watched that movie and then I realized it. I got it. I understood why my granny never remarried and why she just stayed alone. It's because she had that great love. She had that love that made her feel complete. It made her feel safe. She had what everybody hopes to have. And even though it ended tragically and far too soon, she had a love that was so full that it was enough to sustain her the rest of her life. 50 years. I'm telling you, 50 years my granny went without having another partner because she had that love and nothing else came close to it. And she was happy with it. Of course she wanted more years with my grandpa. Of course she wanted to be with him forever, and all of that. Of course. But she had that love. She had that great love. And knowing that she had that, she got to experience it, and she was able to live the rest of her days satisfied and happy. And I hope that all of you can have that great love, whether it's with who you're with currently or if it's some new random person. I hope you all get that great love, and I hope I get that great love myself. I might do more videos about topics like this, so let me know in the comment section down below if there are any other topics that you guys would like me to talk about, because I'm happy to talk. I'll talk your heads off for hours. But just let me know in the comment section down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below. You know what to do. Check out my Instagram at Midwest Mansfield and my Twitter at MNMan. And I will see you guys in the next video. I love ya, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah, 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 mwah.